Breath and a big stretch. Hello, everybody. It is your girl, Michelle Kanan, also known as the Satisfied Wife. It is so good to be here today. We're talking about something super important and relevant for any and every woman that right now is feeling stressed out, heavy. Hey, girl, how you doing? Feeling stressed out, heavy, overwhelmed, like life is totally cray cray out there. How how are you supposed to survive? How are you supposed to thrive? And how are you supposed to be good and not let it impact your relationship and the people that you love and care about. So if you are popping on live, leave a comment, say hi so that I know that you're here. If you're watching the replay, I love to let you know you can do hashtag reslay. We're going to slay on this video today. And also we're doing something new for many different reasons, because before I got on this video, I talked to someone from Gen Z and she had me part my hair. I don't even know if this counts as a middle part. Who here parts your hair in the middle? Tell me, leave a comment if you're a middle part or if you're a side parter. What generation are you? You're Gen Z, Zennial, millennial, who the hell are you? Let me know. I'm doing something new and different in between getting haircuts. This girl needs a new haircut. Let me know what you think. I also put on these dope earrings today. Aren't these so awesome? I got them in Mexico a little while back. Thought I'd get dressed up for you today because it's about those little things. Hey, Emily. Hey, Claver. Hey, everybody. It's about those little things that help us so much, especially when shit feels so heavy out there, when the news feels so heavy, when it feels like we're struggling, that things are stressful, like we have to push extra, because we get all these messages, right? Who here gets all these messages that everything is just supposed to be easy and feel good and be love and light, right? Like if you're getting those messages, first of all, you're so not alone. That is some of that like crazy brainwashing that gets shoved down our throats, this way of us being told what things are supposed to be like or supposed to feel like in order for them to be good, in order for them to be healthy, right? And the truth is that especially as women, we have been fed so much damn conditioning. We've been brainwashed, all of us, right? We live in a society. So we've been brainwashed since birth, um, to think and believe certain things as being true or as being right? We live in a society where things are binary, right? They're good or they're bad. They're black or they're white. They're right or they're wrong. They're positive or they're negative. And so we are judging everything unconsciously that goes on in our lives as on that system, right? So if it doesn't feel good, it must feel bad. And if it isn't right, then it must be wrong. And so many of us unknowingly are putting so much pressure on ourselves. Did you even realize like how much pressure you are putting on yourself as a woman every single day? If you know it, I want you to leave a comment. I was listening to like some bro guy on his video and he's like, I want you to smash the like button. So I'm going to tell you, smash the like button, smash the heart button. If you know what I'm talking about, if you feel, you can even like aggressively like get out all your aggression, clicking hearts or likes on my video. Also, if you know a woman that is going through a really hard time, and so many of us are, please share this video or tag her here so that she can watch this too and get this really important reframe and advice and trick that I'm going to share with you. Because when we feel stressed, when we feel under pressure, when things are going hard, when things feel hard, those are the times, right, when we want the people that we love, we want them to be the closest to us, especially if you're in a relationship. And for those of you that don't know, I'm the Satisfied Wife because I'm a relationship success coach and I help powerful women have relationships with their man that feel as sexy and satisfying and successful as the lives and businesses that you're building. But so many of us, when we're going through those challenging times, it can feel like we are separating from, right? Or we feel distant, or there's some kind of gulf or divide between ourselves and between our masculine partner. And if you've experienced that, don't be shy. It's totally normal because so many of us don't understand, and we're doing these things that are actually pulling us apart. And that's what I'm going to get into in this video, some little tricks and hacks that you can do to bring your partnership, to make your partnership feel really strong, and basically unfuckwithable, right? That's what I want for you, is that no matter what is going on in the world, you feel like you have an unfuckwithable partnership with your man, that no matter what is going on out there, no matter what's going on in your home, he's your ride or die. You can always lean on him. He's got you, he's supporting you, he's holding it down. But so many of us are having the opposite kind of experience. So many of us feel like the more stressed we are, the more overwhelmed we are, the more shit is hitting the fan, we feel separated from our partner, like he's pulling away, or like he's shutting down, or he has reactions like you're too much, you're too emotional, you're too needy, this is inconvenient, like there must be something wrong with you. And if you've gotten that reaction from your partner, I want you to know that, first of all, you're not alone. The reason that I'm smiling, the reason that I can talk to you about this, is because I've totally been there. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're in a relationship with a narcissist, or someone that doesn't care about you, or someone that just thinks like you're crazy. Okay. So, caveat here, if you're in an abusive relationship, I'm not your girl. There's other resources and other places for you to turn to. I'm here to talk to women that are in relationships with loving men, men that care about you, men that want to be with you, that you want to be with them, that you are building a life together, that you're choosing each other every day. But you might have some snafus, or like communications issues, or like things that are getting in the way from you being awesome, from you feeling like you're an unstoppable team. That's everything that I teach inside of my Goddess Wife School. And so if you want more information on that, you can shoot me a DM, and I'm happy to talk to you about that program as well. But if you're here, you, like many of us, might be feeling like you're stressed out. And when you're stressed out, you want to know how to get closer with your man, instead of feeling like you're pulled apart, or like things are not jiving with you. Okay. Now, let me just explain to you that, first of all, we have a lot of assumptions about men. We've been taught a lot of rhetoric about our masculine partners that then we've like internalized as truth. And then we see it proven to us in our everyday life, right? Like, if you feel like, like one of the messages that I got, maybe you got it too, where's that like, men, they don't like emotions, right? Like a man doesn't want like a messy woman, a complicated woman, an emotional woman, like, right? You see this face, like men think emotions are just like, ew, like I don't want that. Go, get away with all that. We have these kinds of messages in our minds about men, about relationships, that then we start living from that place and proving it true in our relationship, and saying, see, he hates when I'm emotional. He hates when I'm stressed out. He does these things, or he pulls away, or we get into fights when this stuff is happening, like going on, like, why is this happening to me? So the first thing that I want to tell you is that I want you to recognize that you are living inside of a pattern, right? You are living inside of a paradigm or a belief system about what men are like, what men feel, or what your man is like, what he thinks about emotions, how he reacts to whatever you're going through. And from that place, you are co creating with him, because remember, relationships are dynamics. They're two people that come together and create something together, which I think is super fucking cool, because if it's two people, you have full responsibility and agency and potential to make changes and tweaks, and to see that change happen in real time in your relationship. And that's what I love to teach women, because I'm an instant gratification kind of girl. I do like getting results, and I do like my clients getting results in their relationships. So if you're in a struggle with your partner, that every time you feel stressed, or you feel heavy, or shit feels like it's hard or hitting the fan, and he's pulling away, or he's reacting in a way that doesn't feel good for you, I want you to know that you're in a pattern, okay? And because you're in a pattern, or maybe it's a habit, the cool thing is that if you tweak, if you make changes, right, the pattern can't stay the same, right? If you show up differently, if you treat yourself differently, if you start to think and perceive differently, the pattern naturally changes. It has no choice. It's impossible, right? Like if two things stay the same, of course, they're going to keep giving you the same results, the same outcomes. But if you show up in that pattern differently, you automatically get different outcomes and results. How freaking cool is that? So if you're feeling stressed and your man is pulling away instead of coming closer, here's something that I want to share with you. It's something really, really important. a lot of us powerful, empowered women have been taught to treat men and to look at our masculine partners in certain lights, right? And when he responds in certain ways that isn't the way that we want him to respond, we get triggered. And then we start to do things to put up our defenses, to close our hearts, to create our own distance too, so that we don't feel ashamed, or so that we don't feel rejected, or so that we, stop the pain and, don't go deeper. We got to like stop it at all costs. We go into protection mode so that we don't feel rejection. We don't feel the pain in our heart. Now, when we're in relationship, what we don't realize here, oh, Sophia, I'm so happy, right? Like I'm sharing this because I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of women, and this is such a common experience that I have to speak on this. I have to share it because we're stuck in these patterns with our partners that don't make us happy, and that also our men aren't happy either. Because if you know what I know about men, which is why I'm happy to share this with you today, your man wants to be your hero. He wants to feel your joy. He wants to feel you satisfied with him. He wants to feel like he is doing a great job. He wants to feel like he can hold you and you can lean on him. Like he wants that. He desires that. But we don't always necessarily know how to give him the opportunity, especially when he starts to do things that trigger us and that make us feel like our priority is staying safe or staying strong, instead of doing what we really want to do in our hearts, which is get closer to our man and be more touchable and touched by him and lean on him and let him hold us. Now, the truth is that for a lot of men, they might not even know how to do that, right? Like we've been taught for so long to be so strong and so powerful and so like in our zones and so on our shit, rightly so and necessarily so. But then when it comes to our partners, we don't know how to take off that mask. We don't know how to take off that responsibility. Yeah, Sophia, shoot me a DM and I'll get you all the info for you, as well as a free gift. I have a free power couple masterclass that I will send you to, and that's for everybody here that's watching. I have a free gift for you guys, so you can leave a comment below that says free gift, and I will send you my power couple masterclass that will teach you how to be unfuckwithable with your man. Because especially when shit is going down, okay, in the world, you need to be a power couple. You need to feel like you are unstoppable, like you can come together, like you can take on the world, because shit's heavy out there. Shit's hard out there. Shit's hard in our businesses. For those of us that are building businesses, that are, doing deep work with ourselves, we need our partner. And your partner wants to be needed. And in fact, what he wants, and this is the crazy thing, that once I learned this, it really changed so much in my relationship, is that it's not a problem that you're stressed out. It's not a problem that you have problems. It's not a problem that you have emotions. The thing is, it's that the pressure and the belief that you have that it is a problem, that is part of what is making that struggle happen. Because so many of us don't know how to take care of ourselves, don't know how to feel our hearts, don't know how to actually be soft with our pain. We get so busy doing and fixing and needing to change and doing anything possible not to feel the hurt. But what your man really wants, where he and it's not a conscious thing, like it's not like he could tell you this, because another thing about so many men is they don't get this kind of education. They don't have these kinds of spaces to talk about emotions and to really be there in the way that they know that they can be. Is that what happens is when you learn how to communicate with your partner about your pain, and not about the story of what he's supposed to be or what he's supposed to do, or the right way versus the wrong way, or your expectations and your disappointments. Once you get into a different level of communications where you remove the problem, where you just allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, where you know how to take care of yourself and hold space for yourself, instead of making it his responsibility, instead of putting that burden on him, what starts to happen is he becomes inspired and he desires to get closer to you in those difficult times. But it also takes us taking full responsibility for the ways that we might push him away or judge him or decide that he can't, or put that thinking forward if he doesn't want to, and it would be uncomfortable. And oh, look at all these rainbows start to show up in the room. Can you see them? I love it. I love my rainbow crystals, and my that's when I know that I'm onto something. The rainbows start coming through. It's up to us to learn how to soften with our partners, because he cannot fight us. He does not want to fight us, to dominate us. He does not want to use his energy to break up us apart. He wants to be welcomed in. He wants you to open to him, whether it's in sex, whether it's with your heart, with your emotions, with your feelings, with your body. He wants to feel that softness. He needs to be there for you. He desires to it. And that's really what you desire too. So my little hack, my little life tweak that I do, it's so much that I teach inside of Goddess Wife School. It's so freaking important, because these are the things that we didn't learn, right? We didn't learn this when we were busy learning how to be powerful, strong women that could do it all. And we can do all of the things 100%. We can survive and thrive in those ways. But if you're lucky enough to be in a partnership, or if you desire to be in this kind of partnership, what it takes is learning these skills to really truly become a partner that gets to work together with her man, instead of all those automatic ways that we are unconsciously fighting against him and pushing him away, just as much as we feel him pushing us away. And then we sit, both of us, in that relationship dynamic, feeling lonely, feeling in pain, feeling disappointed, feeling rejected. And the cycle starts over and over and over again. So, the best thing that you can do, if you feel stressed, if you feel emotional, if you feel like shit is just so real, so heavy, so overwhelming, you don't know what you're going to do, is instead of fighting it, instead of trying to distance yourself from it, instead of only just getting angry and trying to get it, push it on someone else, give it to someone else, is to learn how to really hold space for yourself. And that means slowing down and feeling what you're feeling, just letting yourself feel what you're feeling, softening for yourself, because those emotions, that's energy in your body. They need to do something. They're going to come out whether you like it or not. And if you're not working with them, they're going to probably come out in a way that you don't like it, or neither does your partner. And that's where that belief comes from. He doesn't like my emotions. They're too big. They're too much. They're too messy. Because, yeah, by the time they come out of you, they're like, ah, they're like raring to go. They're just like, need to escape. What women never learn how to do, what modern women have not learned how to do, which is what I love to do with my clients, which is why there's such this resurgence of the divine feminine, and learning how to soften, and learning how to receive, learning how to be in pleasure, is we need to learn how to create those spaces for ourselves where we can be, no matter what is going on and no matter what we're feeling. Because when we learn how to create that safety for ourselves, it creates a safe space for those feelings in our relationship, and it creates that opportunity for our man to get closer to us and to be there for us, instead of us being in our reaction of pushing it away, fighting it away, the feeling, and whoever's trying to come close to us when we're going through that feeling. So I know that I just talked a lot. If you have any questions about this, if you're going through this pattern or cycle, drop a comment. You can say, it me, or I'm stressed. You can leave it here. If this resonated with you, please feel totally comfortable to shoot me a DM, so that I can make sure that you're either in my free private community, or so that I can give you this free gift on how to really be a power couple with your man, or if you need to talk more about this, or if you want to know more about my Goddess Wife School, because I truly, truly believe, and I know I see it every day with my clients, that there's so much power that we have, but we learn how to be empowered in this way that is actually pushing and doesn't let our partner be with us or catch up to us or join forces with us. And that's why so many of us are tired and feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, and why it feels like our man is pulling away or moving away from us, because truly we're also pulling away and moving away from him in an attempt not to feel in an attempt to just keep things together, to keep moving forward, to keep holding everything, because that's the only way that so many of us know how to do it. And I get it. I get it. It's generational, it's societal. There's so many ways that we've been conditioned to survive. Like, I'm there with you, breaking apart these paradigms, breaking apart these patterns, seeing these ways that I was conditioned or taught by my mother, my grandmother, my aunties, about other women that paved the way for us in society. But for so many of those women, they had to do that to break free and break through. But there's so much fallout that didn't feel good and that affected their relationships in such difficult ways, right? A Claver totally makes so much sense. And we can unlearn or relearn a different kind of way, right? We know how to fight, we know how to push, we know how to make it through. But if you're in a relationship, I want you to have more than just survival and making it through and getting through another day and just holding everything together. I want you to feel really deeply loved and deeply supported, and like you have a real partnership and like you're in a real team where you get to show up in your best and be loved, and also kind of in your worst sometimes, and he gets to show up in his best and also in his worst and be loved too. We all deserve that in our relationships. It just takes a little tweaking, a little relearning, and truly a level of self-care and taking care of ourselves that is way beyond the commercialized BS of just getting our nails done. Although I do love getting my nails done, I'm not going to lie. I do love all that stuff, but that's that superficial level of self-care. And I'm talking about something way deeper and way more powerful, that once you start to do that for yourself, a lot of beautiful things start to happen with you and your man, and he really gets to start to show up for you and love you in a way that you might have felt for a long time. So if you're stressed, the best thing that you can do is stop making it a problem. Stop telling yourself that it's wrong, that it's bad, that you have to fix it, that you need to be happy or positive or love and light all the time. Stop making it this huge burden, and just realize that it's part of who you are as a human, but truly it's part of your power as a woman. Because when things are hard and heavy and not working, that's actually a huge opportunity for you to make things better for yourself, for your man, for your family, for your business, for the world, instead of fighting to just cling and to make it through another day. Things need to fall apart. We need to have those feelings that are telling us if we like it, if we don't, if we want something to be different, if we want to have a different kind of experience. That is what our emotions, that's what our feelings are about. And having stress is part of growth. And being frustrated is part of expanding into something bigger. So some dude on Instagram is typing his phone number in the comments. I'm glad this resonates with you, but I'm not going to call you, man. But I love it, right? Like, men, talk to your man about this, right? If you're curious, what I really want you to do is take this conversation to your partner. Of course, he wants to be there for you. Of course, he wants to feel like that man, that he can just hold you, and that that he knows that he's your rock and he can make everything feel okay. He'd love to be that for you, but a lot of us don't know how to do that and give our partner the opportunity. So start with yourself, stop with the pressure. Stop making a problem out of the things that are hard. Let things be hard. Let yourself move through them. Hold yourself through that. If you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, shoot me a DM so I can give you some resources, some tools. I can point you in the right direction. I can invite you into my private communities and you can really learn about this, because I want you to have that kind of relationship that's not only unfuckwittable, but that no matter what is going on, because stress is part of our lives. Hard things are part of our lives. If you have a partner, you both deserve to know how to come together and to have an incredible relationship where you can really be there for each other, so that you can elevate through those hard times instead of feeling alone or like everything is falling apart and you have to be the one to carry it all. You deserve something different. Even if you've never seen that modeled before, it's possible and you can have that. Okay, so I'm going to go right now. Send you guys a lot of love. I can't wait to see you in my DMs. Leave a comment if this resonated. Share this with another woman that needs to know, and either comment free gift or shoot me a DM so I can send you my free Power Couple Masterclass. Have a great one, and I'll see you next Wednesday on Wifey Wednesdays. Bye.